How now, brown cow?
How now, brown?
How now, brown cow?
How now, brown?
It's very slight difference.
Okay. So you've been the CEO of Game Lounge since February. How has the transition been for you?
It's been really good. I mean, it's a fresh industry. There's things that I wasn't used to, but at the end of the day, it's affiliation, and I've been working in affiliation for a long time. So the transition's been pretty smooth. It's a great team. They're doing really well. They just need to focus a bit more on the things they're good at, and that's what we've done. And as a result, we're having a great year.
What is your vision for Game Lounge moving forward, and how do you plan to achieve it?
Yeah, so the vision is interesting. You know, the thing about, like I said before, it was about focusing. I think I was saying to you a bit earlier about how the industry, the iGaming industry, is probably a little bit behind retail and e-commerce in terms of science and tracking and privacy and all those kinds of things. And of course, I've come into an industry which has a responsibility, player safety. So I think the vision is to kind of navigate that narrow path and bring the industry along with us.
Okay. As a leader in the affiliate marketing, and you also mentioned, kind of moving forward with transparency and privacy more.
Yeah.
What strategies does Game Lounge use to kind of keep its momentum?
Yeah. So I think, one of the things I couldn't believe, I was surprised by when I arrived, was the lack of transparency. So it's very difficult to work out exactly what's going on. Lifetime revenue share deals are not something you see in retail. And therefore it's all built on trust. And then we also have things like fixed fees or tenancies, things like that, which aren't actually affiliation. That's more sort of display advertising. And really, it's really understanding what's properly going on underneath the surface. So transparency for us is one of our key sort of pillars of growth. To understand from both sides, actually, to be very open in terms of what we're looking at, what we're doing, and then matching that with our operator partners to make sure that, look, we need to build trust up. I know this is a very social industry. Everybody knows each other. But everyone's slightly looking at each other side eye, and I think that we don't need to do that. There's a way of doing this. The technology exists. So, for example, Moonpool we've brought in just to check that all the links are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then we'll be looking at all the kind of ratios or anomalies through our network to see whether or not they make sense, and then we work together and make sure that we're all being as profitable as we possibly can with each other for a long-term goal. We're not out there just buying any old traffic. We're there creating value, which brings in players, which then use, it's a discerning model where people are being guided by our reviews and by our ratings and all the things we do on our sites to then choose the casino they want to go to.
Yeah. So looking ahead, what do you believe will be the most significant changes in affiliate marketing over the next few years?
Yeah, well, I think we've seen there's a lot of affiliates that are relying on pure SEO and, this kind of trying to advance the game and trying to bring in AI, and some of those things just haven't worked. And it's hard yards, you need to build quality content, and it needs to be things that do get the click. And so that's the kind of ground level. And of course, the sands are shifting in search. So look at Perplexity, look at the AI-driven, GPTs of the world. Discovery is about to go through a revolution in terms of discovering new casinos or discovering new products or discovering new people or whatever it might be. That part of things is about to change. So I think that's where we have to navigate and try and see we call it the third horizon, where we're going to. And I think that's the biggest challenge for all of us. Yeah. Because we're pretty much we're all being beholden to Google right now, many of us.
We're all in the same boat.
Exactly, that's right. So, and when that wind shifts, then we need to be ready.
Yeah. So do you guys have any specific strategies that you've been doing? Maybe help other affiliates to know where to start and where to go?
Yeah, but it comes down to trust, building trust with your users, your audience. You need to be able to say, look, if I'm going to land on this site, it's not just a list of casinos. It needs to be a discerning list. It needs to be matched to my needs and my tastes. We could do that through some kind of AI algorithm if we wanted to. There's all kinds of things we want to do, but the thing is, it's about user trust. Trust is such a massive word. We need to build these brands. So we have Svea Casino in Sweden. We spent years building that brand. It's a familiar brand. People have heard of it. They know the jingle in their heads. It's a trusted brand. Yeah. And so therefore, people are much likely to click through that and then come back. And it's those returning users that we need to build. And then that's irrespective of which casino we're sending them to. Of course, that's very important. But we won't get those users and players back if we're just trying to rip them off for for a bit of commission. That just won't work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you cater to players' needs in different geos? Do you think players have or want the same thing, or do you kind of have to maneuver?
Yeah, it does differ. Obviously, people are coming in on different search terms. I mean, obviously, what we want to see is the brand search. So if they're coming on the Sphere Casino, we know they're coming in because they know us. If they're coming on online casino, it's a very broad keyword. They're coming on in a particular game, or preferably for us, one of our instructional videos or piece of content. Then that's the way that we do that. But yes, by market, we see big differences. If I think about Spanish or Swedish, compared to various different parts of the world, there's a very different set of behaviours. Some are kind of straight in. They want a list. They go to the list of casinos. They go down the list. And other people are just really genuinely curious about what it is, what this whole world of iGaming is, and we're trying to cater for many of those people as we possibly can.
In which markets do you see more interest in players?
Well, I mean, they're all interesting. We see there's quite a lot of activity in the Netherlands right now. Obviously, the regulations are coming to Finland, and now we heard last week to Norway. So all of these kind of other markets that we are super interested in: Portugal, Spain, Italy. I mean, for us, our heartland is Europe, right? So we are very, very focused on that. Yes, of course, there's LATAM, so there's Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Peru. We also have sites there, but really our focus right now is Europe. But Brazil is exploding. Argentina is exploding. So,
Latin America in general.
Yeah, but the trouble is you have to be very careful about being the pioneer. There's a line that says the pioneers are the ones with the face in the mud and the knife in their back. You've got to be very careful that you don't overcommit to a market before you know it's properly secure and ready to go. Otherwise, it can be very painful and very expensive.
How is Game Lounge navigating the regulatory landscape?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same as everybody else. We take notice of it. We have to be very careful. We're making sure that we do adhere to the rules. It's the same as everybody else, really. Regulations are there for a reason. They're there to protect players, and when they're in place, we adhere to them.
Are there any updates you think you would like to share about Game Lounge?
No, I think Game Lounge, we've got this, we're investing in our team heavily, right? So if you ask us what's the difference between Game Lounge right now, it's everyone says they're people, everyone says, it doesn't matter who you are. Oh yeah, our people are the best. We've got a great team. We've got, some really good people. We want to have a great company. So we've got this new sort of catch line, which is called level up and leap forward. So we are overly investing in our people.
Okay.
We've just come out of 2 months of 4-day work weeks because in the summer we gave everybody Fridays off, and it let them recharge. And now we only do Fridays for self-investment. So it's about, we call it finish line Fridays, and the idea is that you spend that day in self-improvement and catching up with yourself, not having meetings.
I love that idea.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what we're trying to do, is just get everybody to kind of lift up and feel very proud of where they work, because we feel very proud of them. And then this whole, like I say, investing in their brilliance, investing in a really great company. And that's the way that all companies have to go now. We've come out of lockdown. You only have to read the US press about Amazon going back to an RTO of 5 days a week. Personally, that we've looked at that, we talked about it, we thought, should we do it? And we've realised, no, those days are gone when you expect everyone in the office 5 days a week. It's gone. All about performance, but also excellence. Excellence is the most important thing, really.
I think we have it.
Good. Easy?
This was easy, yeah.
Yeah, good. I didn't have to read anything down, write anything down.
No, I love that. I love that you didn't have anything written down. No, it's going to be like 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, 5-7 minutes.
Is that how long we were?
I think we were longer, a little longer. How long was the video, Roman?
12 minutes.
Yes.
12, okay.
We're going to have to cut some stuff there.
It goes so fast, isn't it?